in order to get more guests, more church guests for your holidays, your holiday events, your holiday services, whatever have you, you need to clearly define those events. And not only that, you have to clearly define them down to the finest detail. Because how frustrating is it when you say, hey, I want you to come to our Christmas cantata. Okay, what time is it? Oh, it's December 24th at 7 p.m. How long is it going to be? I don't know, 90 minutes? Where do I go? Oh, it's at the church. Well, what's the address? It's on the corner of this place. Okay. What time should I get there? I don't know, man. 6. You know, it's easier to have all this information planned out, mapped out. What am I going to experience? What am I going to feel? What am I going to see? What am I going to hear? What am I going to even experience? Clearly define your events and then use that to clearly communicate. I say that all the time. I'm getting tired of saying that, which just means you're probably just now getting it. Clearly communicate these events and why they're important. You have to answer the who, what, where, when, why, and how. However, the why is the most important. So it should be why, who, what, where, when, how. And that just doesn't flow off the tongue, right? So we already talked about defining the why. Why would anyone want to come to a Christmas cantata? Why would anyone want to come to a Thanksgiving bake-off? Why would anyone want to come to a shoebox packing event? Why would anyone want to volunteer for this Christmas gift, whatever you're doing? Why would anyone want to do that? How does that have a kingdom impact? There are plenty of people doing this kind of thing, by the way, from purely atheistic, altruistic intentions. So it's not enough just to do it. You have to clearly define why. And then you have to figure out who it is. Who's the kind of person that wants to come to your cantata? Who's the kind of person that wants to come to your Christmas service on Christmas Day? Who's the kind of person that wants to come to your Christmas community party, end of the year wrap-up party? Fest. I don't know, whatever you call it. Who's the kind of person that wants to come to that? Once you know that, you can kind of clearly cast that vision again. Well, this is not an event for someone without kids. They'll feel kind of weird because we have a lot of kids activities. That's not a bad thing. Again, it's who you're equipped to serve. So clearly define that. There's nothing more awkward than inviting someone to a Christmas cantata and it turns out it's just a bunch of kids singing and no one told them that actually this is more for families. Kind of weird. So you have to know and then define what it is. This is what churches are really good at talking about. No one ever goes to a Christmas cantata again because it's at 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve or December 23rd, right? They come because they want to hear good music, have their spirits lifted, and support the community, right? I mean, community theater exists on this. Okay. So why? Because it's important to support others, support the arts in the community. Why? Because it's an outlet for people. It cheers people up. It gives them purpose outside. All the stuff that community theater is doing is getting more people to their Christmas programs than your church because you're just communicating the what. You're not communicating the why. Even when I'm trying to tell you the what, Pastor, I keep going back to the why because that's the most important part of communicating and planning and promoting your events to invite more people. You got to know what's going on. Okay. It's not enough just to say we have a Christmas program on December 23rd at 7 p.m. Okay. Where do I park? Do I need an RSVP? How many people can I come? How much are tickets? Are tickets free? Are there free tickets? Are there paid tickets? What time should I get there? How long is it? Will there be snacks and drinks provided? Do I need to bring anything? Do I need to bring canned goods, right? There's nothing more embarrassing than showing up and like, hey, we got a canned food drive. And they're like, I didn't bring anything. So now I got to walk past 5 people empty handed and feel awkward no matter how much they say, oh, it's okay. It's just a gift. Okay. Obviously when, you got to know when it is. And the how, okay? The how is, how do I get involved here? How do I, what should I do essentially? This is where a lot of folks in the marketing community, and I love this, and I do this for my own clients as well. I'm waiting for a guy to give me a Christmas page that will duplicate across all of our client sites. But this is, how do people get involved? Well, what should I do? What's my next step? Should I get a ticket, buy a ticket, go to a website, sign up, RSVP? Should I bring some canned foods? Let's see, what else? Basically, what should I do? Okay. How do I get involved? How do I make this happen? How do I get there? And so for a lot of folks, it's going to be a web page. We also do it for non-clients. If you're not a website client, we can build you a solo web page that you can then link to promote your Christmas event. And it has all this information on there, right? Instead of saying something like Christmas service, December 23rd at 7 p.m., it'll be like, celebrate Christmas and discover God's purpose for your life, right? And maybe there's a little sermonette at the end. And that will bring a certain kind of person in there. that won't just come and go and never come back again. They're actually hungry for something. They're actually in pain for something. They need some purpose. They're feeling lonely. They're feeling wandering. So yeah, they'll go to that. Anyways, so on that page, describe all this information. Why is it important? What is it? When is it? How do I get there? What should I plan for? Should I buy a ticket? Should I RSVP for a ticket? And there's nothing wrong. One of our favorite Christmas programs, we buy a ticket and all that money is invested. 10 times more money than the ticket's worth is invested in this church event. It's really cool. We really enjoy it. As a family, it actually really is a blessing. A lot of our family gets together when we normally don't for this Christmas event. It's pretty cool. So you have to clearly define these events. Okay. A lot of people will make these invite cards and it has church information, but it doesn't say anything about, here I go again on the invite card, about the Christmas event. Or it says information about the Christmas event, and then on December 26th, they're useless. You've got sleeves of invite cards that are left over. So, nothing wrong with invite cards, but they got to be used the right way. Clearly define your events, okay? So cast your vision for the event. Why is it important? Why are we doing this? Why are we spending valuable church budget on this? Why should you care, congregation? Why should the community care? Why should you invite your friends? This is the importance of clarifying and casting the vision. And then clearly define your events. Make sure you have all your ducks in the row. The worship pastor has probably been planning this since July. So the facility should be planning this as well and know exactly where people are going to come in. You're going to make sure the bathrooms are clean. You're going to make sure the electricity and water is running. So let's also make sure that people know when to get there, where to park, who to call if they have questions. Are there group tickets? Can I bring my whole family, or is only, these are questions that people are going to ask. And so clearly define these events and then, create a place where people can find this information online. You can use your, we'll talk about that in a second about promoting it. But you can use your website, you can use your social media, let's actually get into that right now. I'm getting ahead of myself without getting ahead of myself. The last thing that I want you to focus on with your Christmas events to get more church guests to your holiday events, whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, whatever it is you want to promote the event, but promote it in a way that makes it easy for people to invite. Again, the key cornerstone is people go to church because they are personally invited. The last thing I want you to do is to just blast a whole lot of Christmas event, Christmas cantata, kids program, come meet Santa, Thanksgiving giveaway. And it's just a bunch of what? And it's not a bunch of why should I care, who should come, and it's just a lot of information. It's not a lot of inspiration. So you don't want to just promote your event. You want to promote why your event is happening. You want to promote what it is. You want to promote when it is. And you want to promote how to get involved.